Key features of OpenCart Order: import and export. Migrate customer order and address data with accuracy. Seamless data transfer between OpenCart stores. Bulk migration for faster store setup and migration. Preserve customer records, order history, and addresses. Easy configuration with user-friendly admin interface. Hello, this video is about the OpenCart Order, customer and address import and export extension. This extension allows store admins to import and export orders, customers, and addresses in multiple formats, including CSV, XLSX, JSON, and XML. The extension also supports FTP and SFTP transfers, automated clone executions, downloadable tablets, reusable profiles, and detailed transfer logs. So, let's begin. Currently, as you can see, we are inside the general settings of the module. Here, we have 4 main tabs in the general settings, and we will start with the first toggle, Module Enable Disable. With this toggle, you can enable or disable the entire module with a single click. Next up is Maximum Visible Columns. With this section, you can control how many columns are displayed simultaneously in an import mapping table. Maximum Visible Rows. Here, you can select how many sample records are shown in preview during import. Next up is Import Batch Size. Import batch size defines the number of rows processed in each request during import. Lower values can help avoid timeout issues on servers with limited resources. After making all the changes, you can simply click Save. Next up is Template Files. Here, you can see that you are provided with 4 different kinds of sample templates for orders, customers, and addresses each. Let's download the CSV. This is the sample template file of orders in CSV. Using this template, you can create an actual template, an actual format of orders, which you want to import in the store using this module. So basically what you need to do is you just need to use this template, and if anything, you will change anything in this template so that will not be imported correctly. Next up is limits and speeds. Here we have max record per download. So maximum records per download controls how many records can be exported in a single file. Then we have max upload size in megabytes. So maximum upload size specifies the maximum file size allowed during import. These settings can be adjusted according to server capabilities and business requirements. Next up is scheduled cleanup. Here you can see 4 different settings, out of which 3 are for the CRON. Here, keep files for days defines how long temporary files should remain available before being automatically removed. We have selected 7. It means after 7 days, they will be removed. Next up is the Cleanup CRON URL removes temporary import file. Then, in Export Profile CRON URL, all the export profiles that have CRON enabled will run on running this. Then, in Import Profile CRON URL, all the import profiles that have CRON enabled will run. And then, after all the settings, in General Settings, we will move forward to the Export section. Now, all the newly created export profiles will be visible here, and you will be able to filter them by ID, name, data type, file format, and date. Now, to create a new profile, you simply need to click Add New. Now, start by entering the profile name. This name helps identify export profile later. Then, you have the output field label. The extension supports dynamic tokens such as date, time, datetime, entity, format, store. These tokens automatically generate unique file names. Like, if you want to create an order date, if you will write order here, the file will be uploaded in order and the date on which the file was uploaded. Next up is data type. From here, you can select which you want to export, order, customers, or addresses. Let's say if you want to export order. Next is file format. You can select in which file format out of CSV, Excel, SX, JSON, and XML you want to export. Let's select CSV. Next up is output style. Output style controls how CSV values are separated. Universal comma is suitable for most applications. Windows or Excel semicolons is useful for some regional Excel installations. Tab separates can be used for specific integrations. Next up is list view. List view determines how multiple values are separated inside a single field. Available options are pipe, slash, and comma. The same separator should be used during both export and import operations. Next up is date range. From here, you can select from which date to which date you want the order detail from. Let's say you want from 1st of May to 30th of June. So you will select that date range. Next up is record order. This setting controls how generated files are sorted. Next up is order status. Here, you can select particular order status of which you want the export file to contain. If you want all of the order status, you just need to leave it blank. Similarly, in currency, you need to select in which currency did the order was placed that should be exported. Next up is payment method. You can select the particular payment method you want in the export file. Or if you want all of them, you do not need to select anything. Then, the total paid minimum and total paid maximum. From here, you can select the total payment range. Next, you have options to include invoice address details. If enabled, it will add all the details of the invoice address, or else it will just add the ID. Similarly, for include shipping address details and include payment details, it will work the same for both. Next up is enable growth. If you will enable growth, then only this profile will be run automatically on running the CRON from the general settings. Next up is send email on CRON run. So on enabling this, whenever a CRON will be run, an email will be sent to the admin where all the CRON that have been run and their details, what happened in that CRON, will be mentioned in that email. Next up is send a general generated file to. Next is send generated file to. So you can select from file system and FTP/SFTP system. So in file system, you don't need to select anything but for the FTP and SFTP. So here you need to select the protocol first. Out of FTP as in SFTP, you can select any of the preferred one. Next up, you need to enter the host name and then you will need to enter the port. By default, the port number is 21 for FTP. Then you need to enter the username and password for the authentication and then the remote directory. This is the absolute path on the remote server where the exported file will be placed. Next up is the passive mode. Here, when the passive mode is enabled, the server waits for the module to initiate both the control and data connection. This helps avoid connection problem caused by firewalls, routers, or network restrictions. Now, you simply need to test the connection before so that you know that the connection was made properly. Now, you have the option to choose fields. Here, you can select whatever fields you think are required. You can select all the fields if you want the exported file to have all the fields. You can select none, and then if you want, then you can reset as well. You can select the fields individually as well, or you can simply drag and drop the fields. Next, you can preview the data. Here, you can preview all the data that you want to be exported, and if you want to make any changes beforehand, you can make right now. In the next step, you can see the download summary. You simply need to click on the Generate File on which a new button of Download File will appear on clicking, which the file will be downloaded. Now, you just need to click on Save Profile, and let's move forward to the Import section. In the Import section, we can add a new profile by clicking on the Add button, and let's name it Order 4. Now, here as well, you need to select the data type. We will select Order out of Customers and Address. We will select the file format, and then you simply need to upload a file. Click here. You will select whatever file you require to import, and then you will move forward. Now, you can see all the data in the mapping section. Here you need to map all the columns correctly. Although the module maps all the columns itself, you can check on your own, and you can see that only 6 columns are visible, as that is what is selected in the general settings. In the next step, you just need to click the Start Import button, after which the import will begin. Here, you can see that only 2 were successful, and 2 failed. So, you will click Save, and you can go to the transfer log. In the transfer log section, you can see all the import and export that have been run till now. And you can see all that were completed and all that IE. So if you see a completed one, you can see that there were 3 failed. You can see all the 3 logs. You don't need to go to the file and click each and every file individually and see where the issue was. You can simply see here from the log. You can also re-download all the exported files simply by clicking like this. Now, let's go back to the general settings and let's run a clone. To run a clone, you simply need to copy a clone. You will go to a new, and then you will paste, and hear the clone run. You can see the profile was run, it was successful, and it did not fail. If you would have added email, you would also receive an email. Additionally, the import profile also has the FTP and SFTP settings. If you will go here, you can see that it has the same settings as the export profile where you need to select the FTP protocol, FTP host name, you need to enter here. You will need to enter the FP port, which is 21 by default, username and password for the authentication and the remote directory, remote file path, and at the end, passive mode. You can also enable the clone here. When it will run, it will import automatically. This was all about the module. Thank you. Additionally,